Hey guys, welcome to another video by Empire. So today I'm going to be chatting to you about a new DAO that I bought. Now this isn't a new DAO. If anyone's in a Discord, you would have seen we were talking about this before the pre-sale. We unfortunately didn't get on the pre-sale. We didn't boost the servers. So I've been watching it for a while now, and I've been keen on it since it launched. But when it launched, it was just so popular that similar thing to what we've explained in videos about Klima. The initial price was just massively built on hype, and we wanted to wait for it to sort of come back down to a reasonable buy-in price before I put any money in. So yeah, I'm going to touch on everything about it now, touch on why I think it's a bit good, jump on, go over some of the recent announcements, which is why I'm getting in now. Look at the price chart. So as you can see here, this is when it first came out at about 1,500. I think it was hovering around 1,000 for a little bit longer, like 900. And then yeah, now it's dropped all the way back down. So I bought some last night for about 240. It's dropped down a bit, but I've got a bit more money there to put in still. I'm just sort of waiting to see what it does in the next couple of days. Jump on the Twitter, go over a few announcements and things like that as well, and I'll quickly talk about how to buy it. So it's on Moon River. So you're going to have to set up your MetaMask with the Moon River on it, and then yeah, jump on and send some Moon River over. All right, so what I like about this compared to a lot of the other DAOs is they've got a massive community, which at the moment, with market not being the great, you need that big community. They've got a huge runway. They're giving pretty decent APY. Nothing crazy like some like GG DAO and some of those ones that I consider a bit more high risk. But this is pretty solid. It's about on par with Wonderland. It's about 11% every 5 days at the moment. So yeah, 5-day ROI, 11%. So that's still great. So you can see here, I don't have much of it at all at the moment. I've only got 3.4. I just bought, I put 1,000 US in yesterday. So yeah, that's all I've done so far. But I will definitely be doing more money, just sort of waiting to see. So the big thing is these campaigns and the gamification. So it's just going to sort of set it apart from a lot of the other DAOs. So there's not too much info on it yet. This will be coming out any day now, really. That's why I want to get on it. But you're going to be able to pick houses, things like that. So if you jump into their Discord, basically they've got 5 houses, adding a 6th house. So you're going to pick a house. They're just making it all gamification. But this recent announcement, so if you jump in the Discord, you'll see this. So their Discord's pretty good. They got all the announcements here. They do updates on everything. You come down here. There's all obviously different languages with the houses, but they've got 33,000 members. So they've got a massive following. So the other day they opened some of the bonds up, and they sold out those bonds within like a couple of hours or something. They only wanted to get 150 grand raised, and they raised it pretty much instantly. So that's where they've got such a good runway from. Like you can see here, when they first launched, 24 hours into the launch, it was that popular that they had 200 days of runway. Right, so this was about a month ago. Oh no, this was only about a couple of weeks ago. So they had 200 days of runway, and since then they opened up bonds to get another 150 grand, which they got pretty much instantly. So they didn't want to keep bonds open because they don't want to inflate the supply too much. Right, so they're being smart about it. But the fact they've got that 200 days runway, and if they want to, they can turn bonds back on, and I'm sure people will throw money at it. That's why I'm not really too concerned about buying it now, even though the price has dropped, because they've got enough runway to sustain it. Then you can see here, next came the mover bonds, instantly selling out capacity. Straight away, as soon as they wanted more money, this was only a few days ago, they got the money instantly. And same thing, 30,000 followers, so they've got that big community. And the transaction fees on Moon River are pretty tiny as well, so that's great. If you want to jump onto their Discord, find their latest announcements. This is just on their mediums. They've got a few medium things, but you can come down here and you can see. So this is just where they're just talking about the game. So choose your house and class carefully. So it's basically going to be like a gamification to it all. But you're going to play this game, you're going to have to lock up. So you'll see here, once you have chosen your house and class, you'll commit 0.33 stake Rome. So you get that Rome back, okay, but it locks it up for 3 months. So it just means people can't dump it. Obviously 0.33 Rome's not a lot, but they don't want to have the barrier to entry too high because they want to have everyone be able to play. They might, who knows, they might do things down the track where you can lock up more or something like that. But that should help stop reducing selling pressure, because for that 3 months, that 0.33 staked Rome is locked, and everything that makes is locked for 3 months as well. But a lot of people, I think, are going to want to get into this DAO if this game works out all right. It's just keeping people more active. A lot of the DAOs, people don't, once they've got it, if they're only sitting on it and they're planning to hold it for 3 or 4 months to see what happens, they're not coming back checking on it, they're not reminting, they're not doing things like that. But if this works, and I think it will, it's just going to keep a lot more people coming back to Rome over a lot of the other OHM forks. Because like we've said before, the OHM fork market is ridiculously competitive. There's 1 million OHM forks now, so they need to be doing something different. Okay, but this just looks pretty cool. So I'm not putting a huge amount of money in. I'm putting in my initial 2.5 grand that I've pulled out of GG DAO already. I'm going to put that into it. So I pulled my initial plus some profit out of GG, but I've still got a couple of grand in there. So that was, pretty good. I had it in there for about a week. But I won't go over this too much, but jump on, have a bit of read of this if you're interested. But this is why I'm starting. So it starts, the conscription, I think they're calling it, starts any day now, and then it'll last 2 weeks, and then the game will start. So I just wanted to sort of get a bit of money in before all this starts, and then we keep dropping. I'll sort of dollar cost averaging a little bit. All right, so I think the backing, they don't have June analytics page up, but I think going through their Discord, I think someone said their risk-free value is about $80 or $90. So now that they're down to 240, they're only trading like a 3x of that, which, compared it to OHM Wonderland, like that used to be a fine metric, but it's still possibly a little high at the moment, being at 240. Like this could easily come down to, about $100 or so. I don't think it's going to go lower than 100. I think 100 is probably where it's getting pretty close to backing price. But because they've got such a big community and there's gaming and things like that coming out, it's not a bad buy. When I was looking at it up here, when it was about 1,000, it was just way overpriced. Like you could tell that price wasn't going to hold. That was all hype. But since then, we've now dropped, 75%. So at this price, with everything they've got going on, obviously don't put in more than you can afford to lose. It's not financial advice, but for me, getting in at these levels, I don't mind it. Because I'm planning on holding this for a while. So at these big discounts, by the time price does get back up to there, you're going to be in profit there. And then you also got the APY. And even if this does go lower, I think the lowest this will go is most likely somewhere around the $100 US mark. That's just obviously going to depend on the backing in the treasury, because I think it's about 80, but that's it. There's not really June analytics or anything up, so not 100% sure. So that's why I'm not going in heavy on this. I've only done $1,000 for now, and then we're just going to wait. So it does, like on these DAO plays, you don't need to be going nuts. Okay, you want to be spread out over several good projects, and if they play out, you're going to do well. And if they don't, you're not doing your ass. You want to put more money in things like Phantom, Soul, the big projects that you're not going to lose all your money on, basically. But that's a quick rundown of it. Now, if you do want to buy it, you need Moon River. So set up Moon River on your MetaMask. It's just one of the other chains. Add that in. I used KuCoin, so you can send it straight from KuCoin straight to your MetaMask. You don't have to cross-chain, do any of that bullshit. You literally just send it straight from KuCoin, withdrawal straight to your MetaMask, and you get it straight in there. And then to buy it, literally just do it off of Rome. So come here, buy Rome. It takes you to the solar beam, and then you can do it there. Now the liquidity pool is in Frax, so you'll just jump on here, swap your Moon River to Frax. So swap that over, and then once you have Frax, then buy Rome. Right? But let's just do it through the Rome site. This is the legit site. This is the way I did it. So if you don't want to use KuCoin, you can use Binance. Use any of these exchanges are what you can use. But I personally just used KuCoin. Send it straight to buy Mover. Send the Mover straight from KuCoin to your MetaMask, and then straight from there, swap it over in here. So you need Frax, and there is a liquidity pool for the Moon River, Rome, but there's barely any liquidity. So don't buy it on that. I'd just swap it over to Frax and then buy it here. Right? That's what I personally do. So you are catching a falling knife, which I know isn't usually the smartest option. When talking about price rise, you sort of want to check for trend reversal, but this isn't a normal token because you're making that 10% every 5 days. And I just think, for me personally, you already have a 75% discount. So yeah, it could keep dropping a bit more. That's why I've only done a little bit. And then if we do drop a bit more, I'll do a little bit more. And then if we drop a little bit more, then I'll put the last of the money that I'm planning to put in. And then, yeah, we'll just hold it and see what happens. But I think this game coming out, this gamification starting, is what's possibly going to push price. So for me, this coming out soon is why I wanted just to start averaging in a little bit of money with some of the money that I had sitting on the side. And like I said, I've already pulled some out of GG. So anyone still looking at GG, I still rate GG as a pretty high risk play. I think this is lower risk long term than GG, but GG's got more potential to make you more money over the next few months if they sort of survive and play out. But I wanted to get money out of there to put into this. So that's what I've done, is I've got my initial 2.5 US that I put into GG. I've got that ready to put in to Rome, and then I might do a bit more, but at this stage, yeah, for me, 2.5's enough for now, and then, yeah, we'll see when the market starts to recover, and then I might start deploying some more of my stable coins then. But yeah, all right, guys, if you've got any questions, let us know. But yeah, great community, over 200 days. Runway roughly, they're still building the June analytics. There isn't a June analytics for Mover, so that will come out soon. But yeah, jump on, let us know if you've got any questions. It's not really worth bonding on this at the moment. They don't need the runway, and the bonding's only 6%. So being at 11%, I think, for me personally, I just bought it. I didn't bother bonding. It's not like with GG where I got like 100% discount on the bonding. That's why I did it. Yeah, jump on with the houses. There's a lot more info. I don't want to keep going on too much about it. Yeah, if you want a bit more in-depth videos on it, I can. But jump in their Discord, have a read through. There's a lot of info to sort of read through. They're pretty active with everything they're doing, which is good as well. Like if you jump in, if you're interested, they've got this updates tab. Here's where they just, dropping constant updates about what they're doing, as well as the announcements. Then you got this Senate floor. You got a fair bit of info in there. You can go and have a read through. All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, like always, not financial advice. Put in a few grand, small bit of your portfolio. If it plays out, you're going to do pretty well. Got a couple of other little gaming coins that I bought because the market's obviously, a lot of projects are sitting in good buy positions. So I picked up some Altura and a couple of other things. So yeah, I'll do a video on them early this week as well. I'll get that out to you. All right, thanks, guys.